Thank you, Ms. Kaur, for your very gracious introduction. Dr. Anurag Batra, he is a legend in his own right. Now, despite the fact that he's got a very bad throat, sore throat, he made it a point to come here and address not just the students, but also the lawyers 40 under 40, and also people like us who always keep on learning and learning. Because law is a profession where you don't say that you have already become an expert. You can never become an expert because it is a continuing process of learning and learning. Only 7 days ago exactly, I was invited by the Bar Council of India to Goa for the inauguration of one unique university which has been set up by the Bar Council itself. That is the International Legal Learning University. And it is meant for lawyers, it is meant for judges, and it is also meant for students. Therefore, law is a continuing learning process that was inaugurated by the Chief Justice of India on 3rd or 4th of this month. And why I am sharing this with you is for the reason that if you become a good lawyer, don't think that you have achieved, the goal for which you are studying now. That goal will never be achieved because always, when I have about 30, 40 juniors working, always some interns also, they come to me in the evening after, they say, sir, I have finished my work. Can I leave now? I say, don't say that I have finished my work, but you can leave because a lawyer's work never gets finished. There is always, you have to study the law reports, the latest judgments, the latest laws, everything that comes in. So I say, yes, you can go, but don't say that you have completed your work. Your work is ongoing. Even when you will go home, you may be thinking of what tomorrow matters are there, what you will do about it. So Dr. Batra has done a pioneering work in this field. I am only concerned with law, although his arena, his approach, spreads across the various sectors, covering businesses and services. My very dear friend, Mr. Sudhir Mishra is here and some other colleagues from the profession. I had expected a large number of 40 under 40 to be present today. Possibly they'll come for the award functions or later sessions which will follow. But I do see a lot of young students from very eminent universities here. Therefore, what I had planned was to speak about the lawyers 40 under 40, but I would like to share some thoughts with the young students, because some of them said they would be keen to know something about the law practice and what the future holds for them. Well, my young friends, you are in first year or second year, a long way to go before you complete your studies, and still a longer way to go before you aspire to be lawyers. Second year or third year is the right time for you to decide what options you want to take so far as law practice is concerned. Law practice is no longer a general practice. Like in the medical field, we had a family doctor. At least during my time, anything whether it is headache, stomach ache or legs ache or any fever, there is one family doctor we used to go. But now, if you have something relating to head, you consult a different specialist. If it is something concerning gastro, you consult some gastro specialist, neuro specialist, a specialist in all field. And that is where the legal profession also comes in. We are no longer, as I said, general practitioners. I started as a general practitioner because at that time there was no specialization. I did my cases in the lowest courts, rubbing shoulders, you see, with my other colleagues and with the citizens, litigants who were there, because that is the right way to start. Don't aspire after you complete your law studies that, okay, now you will get a good job in the multinational, as an in-house lawyer or with a law firm. No, first attempt should be to know about the law, to know about the practice of law, to know about the procedures of law. Without knowing the procedures, you can never be a good lawyer. The options available to you, for which you have to make a selection in the next 1 year or 2 years. You want to be a litigation lawyer, you want to go to the courts, you want to fight out criminal cases, or you want to fight out civil cases in the courts. That is one part of the law practice, litigation work. Other part of the law practice is corporate and transactional work. That is what the law firms do. These various joint venture agreements, M&As, transfer of technologies, even advising the government to finalize the bilateral agreements, conventions, protocols. That is all part of the corporate law practice. Other area would be, yes, after doing your law, you don't want to practice, you don't want to go to the courts, but still you want to do a practice in a different way. That would be joining some big business houses or small business houses as in-house lawyers. This will be the third option available to you. Fourth option, of course, will be, which is very important for you to carry on with your studies and become law teachers yourselves. There is a great demand for good law teachers in this country, and they are not underpaid as they used to be, say about 15 years ago. It is quite a remunerative assignment which you get as law teachers also. So, and I always tell the students, you may do your research, you have the tools of research which we never had. We could never dream of anything. We did not have mobile phones. Even to get the other phone, that black big phones, where you dial the numbers, was very difficult to get a connection for that also. But now you have the tools of research. You do your own research. And when you do your own research, you think that you have attained, the goal. No. There can be no substitute for a good law teacher. Please remember that. You are all studying in very good institutions, but don't ever try to be under an impression that you can do without the guidance, without the mentorship of a teacher. Give the teacher the due respect that the teacher deserves. These are the areas open to you, so you have to select. But remember one thing, law is a very jealous profession. You have to be a very, very committed lawyer. Sometimes even the family life, recedes into the background because it depends upon the requirements of your clients. You have to provide timely advice, guidance, even appearances in the courts. if you see your client requires all those. It is like medical profession. Medical profession, a doctors can get a call at 12 midnight that I'm suffering from this, I need to see you. Same thing happens in the legal profession also. Someone is arrested illegally, he wants to get a bail. He'll immediately approach a lawyer. The lawyer will have to get out of his bed, you see, and try to do something about his client who has approached him. Because clients approach lawyers with a sense, you see, that yes, they would get good results which they expect from a good lawyer. Therefore, jealous profession, and particularly for the ladies who want to join the profession, I think you have to exercise a very delicate balance between your family life and the profession. You are good daughters, you will become good wives, you are good sisters, you will become mothers, grandmothers, you have your in-laws. At the same time, you are keen to go ahead with the profession also. So it is a very delicate balance, and I pay tribute to the ladies, you see, who are in the profession, how they manage to do that without compromising on either the family part, you see, of their life or the professional part of their life. Both are equally important. Same does not apply to our men, the male people who are in the profession. We get up in the morning, prepare for the cases, look into the files, and then go either to the courts if we are doing litigation, or advise the clients and all that, and end up in the office till about 8 or 9 without even knowing what is happening on the home front. That is where the ladies, you know, they come into the picture. So I'm paying a tribute to the ladies who are here, and also to ladies in general. They have already started making their mark in the profession. We see a large number, as I see today also. I think nearly 50% or more are young ladies who are here, who are law students. But even as lawyers in the courts, we see almost equal number of ladies practicing. Yes, they do not have the opportunities as the male counterparts get of getting promoted as, elevated as judges or becoming law officers like the additional Solicitor General or Solicitor General. But now the openings are there. We see in the Supreme Court itself, for the first time, about 4 lady judges, you see, adorning the highest court. And of course, in high courts also we have lady judges there, and district courts also, and law officers, we have ladies. So that is what my advice to the young student is, that keep that in mind. Law is a continuing process, learning process. But in order to be a complete lawyer, it is not enough that you read the Contract Act, you see, or you read the CPC or Indian Penal Code or Evidence Act. That is not enough. That you have to read in any case. But more importantly, you have to widen your horizons, your vision, because law has become now virtually like a global exercise. You must know what is happening contemporaneously in the world. What may be happening in United States may also be relevant so far as law is concerned in India. What is happening in Singapore may be also relevant, and what is happening in India may also be relevant for those jurisdictions. Therefore, My advice to you is enrich yourself. Enrich yourself with knowledge. Study literature, study history, study our culture, study other disciplines, and most importantly, study, at least go through 2 newspapers. One is the National Daily, you can pick up anything, Hindustan Times, Times of India, Indian Express, anything. You must go through that. And one financial paper, because it is the financial paper which gives you a complete idea of what is happening contemporaneously, you see, in the world and in the other parts of the country which part you are studying. So, enrich yourself, keep on learning. We have some law schools. I visited in Dehradun, that is the petroleum university and all. They just don't teach law, they teach you the other disciplines, other areas where law may be required, some specializations. So, on your own, since you have the availability of the research tools, keep on enriching yourself, and then you will become a very good, successful lawyer. Now, once you become successful lawyer, you must make sure that when I say successful lawyer, success does not come immediately. You have to work hard. As I said, it's a jealous profession, but keep on working, start from the lower strata, start from the lower courts, rub your shoulders with the people who are practicing there, learn about the procedures, because even if you are doing corporate law, transactional law, knowledge about the procedures are very important. And try to inculcate, you see, feelings of settlement of disputes, not just litigation. Litigation is important. We lawyers, you see, we say, okay, I've got 5 cases to handle, I've got 10 cases to handle, I've got 10 matters in Supreme Court, 20 matters in the High Court. No. You must change. You must give it back to the society. How do you give it back to the society? By trying to encourage and promote samjhauta, settlement of disputes, mediation. That is the answer. We have 5 crore cases pending in India, in Supreme Court, in High Courts, and most of them in the district courts. Are our citizens getting justice? No, they are not getting justice. Our justice delivery system has virtually broken down, and it is up to you people. Our generation has failed to deliver the goods, you see, so far as the delivery system of justice is concerned. You people have the opportunity, you people have the initiative, the drive in you to bring up how to save the judicial system, and that can be done only if you try to inculcate, you see, the value of negotiations and settlement of disputes rather than taking matters to the courts or even to arbitration, because even arbitration has not taken off in India as yet. So my advice to you and to those 40 under 40 who may be present here today is, they are already successful lawyers. The very fact that they have been selected by the jury, it means that they have attained success already in the profession. They have a good grounding now. They have laid the foundations. So what they should be doing is, besides strengthening their law practice, they should be doing is how they give it back to the society. That is most important. I was attending one dinner last night. Mr. Kapil Sibal, who completed 50 years in the legal profession, he said don't make law a business. Let us keep it as a profession. And if you have to keep it as a profession, it means that you have to give it back to the society. So you have to give back to the society in so many ways, by doing some pro bono work. Try to help the poor and the needy who need, your legal advice, your legal expertise. Do that. Try to settle the disputes, as I said, instead of taking them to litigation. And what our president said yesterday was the Human Rights Day. Lawyers have a duty, you see. Human rights and legal profession, they go together. Because we are like the guardians of human rights. Whenever there is a violation of human rights, people come to lawyers. And then lawyers have to respond to that. And what our president said was, it's very significant. I'll just read out to you. Cautioning about the consequences of climate change, President Draupadi Murmu on Saturday said, it is time to expand the concept of justice to include its environmental dimension too. So much importance has been given to climate change, and rightly so, by our Rashtrapati, the President of India. And that implies, when she talks about justice, it implies the role of the legal profession in ensuring, this climate change business. That is also one area where some work can be done by the legal professionals, advising the clients to take steps so that climate does not deteriorate any further. It is already deteriorated, possibly beyond repair. I don't know, but still steps have to be taken, and that is the duty we owe to our next generations, even your next generation, because our generation has failed, but you people still have an idea. So I wish the young students all the best. Hope to see them as flourishing lawyers, successful lawyers, but with a sense of giving it back to the society. I also congratulate 40 under 40, not just the winners, but all those who participated in the exercise and who were shortlisted. So an excellent job has been done by the jury, and I convey my heartiest congratulations for this brilliant initiative of Dr. Anurag Batra and his team, and Garima, and of course Mr. Sudhir Mishra is a very dear friend also. So friends, all the best to you. Thank you very much. Thanks.